Man, that is stinking good. Oh my God, guys, you did it again. Startled me. You snuck up on me. You sneaky little ninjas. What am I doing? I'm actually sitting here testing out 5 fragrant beasts from the Middle East. As you know, I'm getting into these Middle Eastern fragrances, and I've got 5 beasts that I want to share with you today. So join me. Let's talk about these 5 fragrant beasts from the Middle East. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? Hope each and every one of you are doing phenomenal today, and welcome back to My 2 Scents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. This year, I decided I was going to get more into Middle Eastern fragrances. All of my hauls that I'm getting, all my cheapy hauls, are all going to be Middle Eastern fragrances. Why? Because they make some beastly fragrances, and they make some really good fragrances. I've gotten quite a few as of late that I've just thoroughly been enjoying. Though, I will say, the one thing with Middle Eastern fragrances, with a lot of these brands like Ajmal, Rasasi, Armaf, Lattafa, Swiss Arabian, these Middle Eastern brands, what they tend to do is create dupes, clones, inspired buys. But one thing they're great at doing is making them freaking last for forever. Like forever, ever. Forever, ever? Forever, ever. So I've got 5 that I want to share with you today that I think are just freaking awesome and definitely worth a whiff and sniff. What are those? Well, let's find out in today's Whiffs and Sniffs. All right, the first one is going to be an Invictus Aqua dupe. I mean, straight up. It's a straight up dupe, but it's a really good one, and it's coming from the house of Rasasi, and it's Hawas. Even though this is a clone of Invictus, which I'm not a big fan of Invictus anymore, at least Invictus Aqua. I used to rock Invictus Aqua and Invictus, but too bubblegummy sweet for me. You're gonna get the same thing in here, but it's not overly bubblegummy sweet. Either that, or I need to revisit Invictus Aqua and Invictus. Maybe I'm starting to enjoy that bubblegumminess again, because I really enjoy Hawas. Off the initial rip, you're going to get this fruity apple mixed in with some citrus. You're also going to get those nice aquatic notes. And then shortly into it, cardamom. And that cardamom is really helping with that bubblegummy sweetness. I also get some nice musks, nice and clean. And in the full dry down, you're going to get a nice woodiness. Now again, if you were a fan of Invictus Aqua 2016, this right here is a great avenue for you. In fact, I would choose this over Invictus Aqua 2016 because it's discontinued. They're never bringing it back. Let's just face it, guys. Hawas, on the other hand, is freaking good. It's really good. I get a really nice sillage within the first 2 to 3 hours. I think this is freaking awesome. I do spray a little bit heavier, all right? Now, this is great for the spring and summertime, though you could probably wear it all year round because let's face it, let's be honest, you can wear fragrances whenever you can finish it the hell you want. Hawas would make a great signature scent. It would also be a really good office safe fragrance. Very mass appealing. Nice fruity, slightly spicy, aquatic with a nice woody base. I got mine for about $40, $45, somewhere in that, in that range. But Hawas is awesome. If you're looking for a good signature scent, if you like aquatic fragrances, if you are a fan of Invictus Aqua 2016 or 2018, then check out Rasasi Hawas. This next one is coming from Lattafa, and it's Oudain. I mean, look at this bottle. I mean, it's really nice bottle. Now, I will say Oudain is a dupe, a clone, and inspired by. Do I have to say that every time? No? Okay. Oudain is a dupe of Alexandria 2 from Zaharoff. Now, this does have a little bit of that rubber band or, Band-Aid sort of rubberiness right up top. It says it has 2 different types of oud in it. I don't pick up on 2 different types of oud. I do actually get a little bit more oud in this than I do Alexandria 2 because this is a lot more synthetic. Now, the oud is pretty nice. That rubberiness on my skin does not last as long as it does on paper. Now, that settles down. I mean, that kind of diminishes and goes away. I would say probably about 30 seconds to a minute into it. And then you start rolling into some saffron, some jasmine, some rose, or it could be lily of the valley. I don't actually know the note breakdown on this. And and it's quite dry as well. You do get a nice sweetness coming from some amber, but it's really just woods, those florals, and nice spices. And like I said, it's inspired by Alexandria too, but way cheaper. You can find this for about 40 bucks, $45. And I get really good performance out of this. Now this is a beast in longevity, not so much in projection. This is just a very long lasting fragrance on my skin. Projection is pretty good, pretty decent. I would say probably 4 or 5 feet in the first hour, hour and a half, and then it settles down. It sits a lot closer to the skin. Just like Alexandria too, actually. But this is really good. This is a great alternative. In fact, I will probably reach for this more because Alexandria 2 is ridiculously expensive. If y'all see this popping up at discounters, it's definitely worth a whiff and sniff. If you're thinking about getting Alexandria 2 and you start, looking at your wallet, you're like, I don't have the money for that. You start diving underneath the couch. You can't find enough change? Don't worry. There's no need to fear, because Oudain is here. So check out Lattafa Oudain. Who needs a good clubbing fragrance? Not me, says I, but I do have a great one for you. If you're looking for a great going out, hitting the town, I guess going dancing, clubbing, whatever you want to call it, whatever you little hipsters do these days, then you want to check out Afnan 9 p.m. Now, Afnan 9 p.m., still not exactly sure why it's called 9 p.m., except for the fact that you're probably supposed to wear this at 9 p.m. This is a very long-lasting fragrance on my skin. I get really good projection out of this as well. Have you heard of a fragrance called Ultramall from Jean-Paul Gaultier? Oh yeah? Well, that's what this is a clone of. And it's a really good one. Now, it is not 100%. None of these are going to be 100%. This one goes in a little bit of a different direction, but I really love what this fragrance does. It starts off fresh and fruity, but gets quite spicy real quick. You got apple, you got bergamot, and I feel like a lot of designer fragrances utilize apple a lot. I mean, I feel like every fragrance coming out these days has apple in it. You also get this nice vanilla, which is actually one of the heart or base notes, and I get it right off the bat, because you get this nice sweetness, and then you get a heavy dose of cinnamon. Cinnamon. After the opening, this nice lavender comes rolling in, blending in with that vanilla, also adding this nice aromatic sweetness to it. Then orange blossom and amber come rolling in and wrap themselves around the rest of the notes, and then you get this tonka bean that adds this nice powdery aspect to it, and transition this into a really nice fresh, warm, and spicy fragrance. Man, I wore some of this last night, and it's so good. Great fragrance. 9 p.m. again, stupid cheap. Stupid cheap. I think you can get this for about $30, maybe $40, but again, for 100 ml, it's totally worth it. This gets me from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. If I was still going out raving, dancing with Molly, you know what I'm talking about, clubbing it up, I would totally rock Afnan 9 p.m. But I don't do that anymore. So I now wear this as a going out fragrance, a nice date night fragrance, because it's really good in the evening time. It's really good in the chilly weather. If you like Ultramall, or if you're thinking about getting Ultramall, definitely check out Afnan 9 p.m. because it's basically the same thing, but way cheaper. All right, this next one, I did my review actually when I hit 100 subscribers, which wasn't too long ago. I'll leave a card right here so you can go check it out. But if you saw that episode, then you know exactly what fragrance is coming up next. It's Fingerprint Magnet. It's Armaf Milestone. Now this is a straight up clone. This is Attack of the Clone Wars. This is straight up honestly, in my opinion, better than the original that's coming out now, the reformulated Creed Millésime Imperial. Man, this is good. This is a long-lasting fragrance on my skin. But I will say this does start out a little medicinal. It's like a big blast of alcohol right off the bat, but that only lasts for a couple seconds, and then it starts settling down quite nicely. Now, Armaf is known for that. They don't really get their openings, the initial rips, perfect. They don't get those down to a T. Once everything starts mingling and starts blending together and that alcohol just kind of evaporates and goes away, this becomes something extremely special. This becomes a fragrant beast from the Middle East. You get this nice salty and watery bergamot mixed with some red berries. And that combination of bergamot and red berries creates a really nice watermelon scent. And then you get some C notes, adding a nice salinity and aquatic quality to it, which reminds me of one of my favorite things. Getting a big old chunk of watermelon, putting some salt on it, and taking a big old bite out of it. There's also some ambroxan in here, which is actually adding a nice sweet woodiness. And the ambroxan in it is actually giving it legs. It's actually giving it a nice foundation to help it be a very long-lasting fragrance. I get really good longevity out of this. And I also get decent performance, all right? Like sillage, in the first hour or two, yeah, you get a nice scent bubble. It's a few feet, you know, wafting around you. But this thing is a banger in the spring and summer. So if you like fresh, fruity aquatics with a nice woody foundation, definitely check out Armaf Milestone. And definitely go check out my review of this. It's definitely worth a watch. Like this is worth a whiff and sniff. Last but not least, this is brand new to my collection. Again, it's going to be a fingerprint magnet. And it's coming from Swiss Arabian, and that is Shaghaf Oudain. This is a photographer's nightmare. I mean, this thing is so it's like a mirror. I can see myself in it. I still look great. Shaghaf Oudain starts out with a blast of saffron and some really nice powdery rose. And the rose in this is actually really nice. It's not overly synthetic. It's a powdery sweet rose. You're gonna get that oud, and the oud in this is actually sweet and woody. Adds a little bit of an animalic quality to it, but not overly animalic. It's not funky. It is a synthetic oud because for the price you get this at, it's gotta be synthetic, but not because it smells low end. Not at all. This actually smells of very high quality. I was very surprised. I heard so much hype behind this fragrance and a lot of Shaghaf fragrances. In fact, a lot of Swiss Arabian fragrances. And Shaghaf, this thing is super beast. You get this really nice creamy vanilla that blends in with this really nice praline note. And that praline adds this almost caramelized sugariness to it. And that intertwines itself with that really nice powdery sweet rose to create a beast mode and balanced oud rose combo. This is a great beginner's oud, especially if you like long-lasting fragrances. Like if your fragrances have to last like forever. Shaghaf Oudain is definitely one that is worth a huge whiff and sniff. Like, this is good. This is powerful, super powerful. A couple sprays goes all day. 100% unisex. This is a straight up beast from the Middle East. So if you like oud rose and you're looking for a good oud rose, definitely check out Shaghaf Oudain. All right, there it is, guys. 5 fragrant beasts from the Middle East. Now, I do have other Middle Eastern fragrances, but these, I think, are my 5 favorites for right now. I will be doing a haul soon, but you guys are going to be the ones that are going to help inspire me and help me pick out what I'm going to get. We're going to go live and we're going to do a little fragrance shopping together here in the next few days or next week or so. Let me know what some of your favorite Middle Eastern fragrances are. Again, I am taking suggestions. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know some that I need to get my nose on. But let me know what your favorites are and drop them down below. But that is it for me today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's episode, then you know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.